What's up, guys? Today I'm going over climbing stairs, an easy problem on LeetCode. So it reads, you are climbing a staircase. It takes n steps to reach the top. Each time you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. How many distinct ways can you climb to the top? N will always be positive, so we don't have to worry about negative numbers here. So for 2 stairs, there's 2 possible combinations, 1 and 1, and then 2 steps. And for 3 steps, there's 3 ways. All one or two, or two and then one. So the sequence of how many steps we take is also important. So the key to this problem is realizing it's a Fibonacci sequence. It's just the sum of the previous 2 scenarios. So here would be 0 stairs, 1 combination. 1 stair would be 1, 2 would be 2, 3 would be 3, 4 would be 5, and 5 would be 8. And if you guys know about Fibonacci, it's the previous 2 added together. So 8 is 5 and 3, 5 is 3 and 2 added together, and so on. So that's the key. So all we have to do is code that out. I'm going to show you guys 3 ways. I'm going to show you iterative, dynamic programming iterative, and dynamic programming recursively. So for the iterative way, if n equals 0 or n equals 1, well, then it's just one possible way. And then we're going to have our variables. So we're going to have previous, which is 0, the 0 stairs has 1 combination. Next, which would be 1, has 1 also. And we're going to initialize our, or this is supposed to be current, I'm sorry, equals 1. And then next is going to be initialized to 0 for now. And we're going to have our main if for loop, not if. So if int for int I equals 2, we already calculated the first 2 stairs, so that's why we're starting at 2. For I less than or equal to n, we have to add the equal to because we have to calculate the nth stair as well. I plus plus. So it's just next is going to be equal to current plus prev. So we're adding the previous 2 subproblems basically. Prev is going to be updated to current, so 0 is going to be updated to 1, and current is going to be updated to next for the next iteration of the for loop, and then we just return current, and that should work. And there you go. And I'm going to reset this and do it recursively. So we're going to, the previous solution had constant space complexity. This is going to have O of n space complexity. So we're going to have a new int of n plus 1. We have to add 1 to it because we're accounting for 0 stairs. So it's 0 through n. So dp of 0 is going to be 1. So this is basically previous. And dp of 1 is 1 as well, so that's like current in our last one. And then so we're going to have our for loop again, int I equals 2, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus, and we're just going to calculate the previous 2, add the previous 2, I'm sorry. So dp of I equals dp of I minus 1 plus dp of I minus 2, and then we just want to return dp of n, and that should work. And lastly, we're going to do our dynamic programming recursive one. So this is going to be space complexity of O of n as well, because we have to create a array. So same thing, and we're going to call a function. I called it count. We're going to pass it dp and n, and down here's our function. So public int count int, we're going to pass it our gp array, and int count. So if our first if statement is going to be if n is less than 0, we can get less than 0 because if we pass in 1 as n, and we have to remember we have to pass in n minus 2, so 1 minus 2 is -1. There's 0 possible ways for -1 steps. It's just not even possible. And then if n equals 0 or n equals 1, so these are all just very similar. We're going to return 1, so this is like 0 stairs and 1 stairs. And then if dp of n is greater than 0, so if we already calculate it, we're just going to return dp of n. And then dp of n equals count dp and n minus 1, so it's the previous one plus the second previous one, so count dp n minus 2, and then we're just going to return dp of n, and that should work. If n is less than 0, why can I not find that? Oh, I passed in count. I'm dumb. Oh, and this is supposed to be return as well. Sorry guys, it's not a Xavier Young video unless I make mistakes. So this is 100% as well. O of n runtime. They're all O of n runtime. The only one that has constant space complexity is the iterative. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and if you guys have any problems you want me to solve or explain, let me know. Thanks for watching.